SmackDown starts with AJ Styles hyping the title match. Phenomenal one, all that. Nice stuff, good stuff. Jinder Mahal, he, right afterwards, he also cuts a promo hyping the title match for later tonight. He calls AJ Styles an appetizer. He's going to feast on the appetizer before the main course, which is Brock Lesnar. Shane cuts his regular promo, which it's normal. It's, I don't know, not a fan of his promos, but it brings out New Day, who starts to brag about the siege that they put Raw under and all that. A little bit of, New Day nonsense, which then brings out Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Kevin Owens, he starts cutting a promo about how he could have been at the Raw siege, but he is a man of honor, so him and Sami Zayn did not join the siege, did not act like thugs, which, the men of honor kind of made me think of the, Undisputed Era. Seems to be Ring of Honor type stable, since everyone was from Ring of Honor. New Day starts cutting a promo on Zayn and Owens, mostly Zayn. Kofi ends up saying that Zayn is a paperboy and he's never hit the gym in his life, which I find funny because Sami Zayn is about 20 pounds heavier than Kofi Kingston. Kofi literally looks like he has not ever hit up a gym or lift anything heavy in his life. So anyways, that leads to a match between the two. So after New Day acts in a way that I can only describe as meth-induced hysteria, the match begins. Kofi Kingston versus Sami Zayn. The flow of the match is really good. Both of them are very technical and high-flying, very entertaining. But neither competitor actually has an aggressive streak in them. And so I found the match a little bit lacking, as it didn't really look like they were hurting each other. So the match ends with a crossbody from Kingston, Kofi Kingston, crossbody to Sami Zayn, and the 1-2-3. As the 1-2-3 comes up, Kevin Owens hops into the ring and he jumps Kofi Kingston until the rest of New Day comes and stops it. A little side note here. I would like to point out that while Sami Zayn is a small guy, Big E is too big. Those are not farmer muscles. Those are not worker muscles. Those are pretty boy muscles. Those are diva muscles. These are muscles just to look good. They're not useful. Big E will never be working on a farm. Go look at Brock Lesnar. That is farm muscles. Look at Big E. That's just some guy bodybuilding. Big guy. So what? Can't lift anything. He's too big. There's muscles in his way. Jinder Mahal cuts another promo, hyping the title match later on tonight. Now, let's assume that I'm not doing this video 2 days too late. I would assume, if I were watching this live, that maybe Jinder Mahal might be losing the title tonight. Pretending that I'm not doing this 2 days too late, of course. The Wyatt family, or the Bludgeon Brothers, whatever they're going to go by, they cut a promo, same as all the other promos. Not really saying much, but, being creepy and terrifying. I heard that they stopped doing the Bludgeon Brothers gimmick already. At a live show, they just did their former Wyatt family thing. I'm I'm very happy about this because I don't think the Bludgeon Brothers are even a good name. It's not that the gimmick was bad, it's that the name was stupid. We return to the ring with Aiden English, the man with the most punchable face in the world. He's in the ring singing about Rusev Day. I don't know what to think about this. I really want to watch Aiden English get punched in the face. That's my only thoughts, which I guess makes him a good heel, right? And this brings us to our second match of the night, Rusev versus Orton. I'm not a fan of Orton, never have. I think he's boring. I do, on the other hand, really like Rusev. Something very aggressive, it looks like he's hurting you. I like that, I appreciate that about pro wrestling. The part where it looks like the man is hurting you. Also, side note here, Rusev takes the best RKO I've ever seen, ever. No one even compares to this. We cut backstage, where Ellsworth is looking for Carmella. He asks Tamina. He asks Tamina to go grab Carmella for him. It's kind of rude while he does it. And instead of Carmella coming out, it's Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch, steps up to him, starts talking a little smack. And that's when Ellsworth starts going on about how a man is stronger than a woman and better fighter, blah blah blah. Like Ellsworth, yeah. There's a difference between size and ability to fight. Anyways, Lynch, she says what Ellsworth is saying is pretty ballsy. And it's too bad that Ellsworth has no balls. There's a match between James Ellsworth versus Becky Lynch. I'm not a fan of man versus woman matches. It makes me feel awkward to watch it. I don't know. It's WWE's programming, right? They're the ones who make the decisions. Becky Lynch wins with a disarmer, the armbar. Again, it's kind of awkward to watch, but Becky Lynch comes out of it looking like $1 million, so there is that. Now, this might be out of order a little, but I thought it was relevant, so this is where I placed it. The whole Divas division, SmackDown Divas division, Women's division, they were at ringside, forced Ellsworth to stay in the ring. A little afterwards, it led to Charlotte Flair and Natalya Neihart having a match next week for the women's title. I thought that's pretty cool. I like Natalya. I like Charlotte too. Next week, Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns return to Raw. World's Greatest Tag Team, or American Alpha 2.0, of course, versus the Usos for the SmackDown World Tag Team Championship titles. Not bad match. Chad Gable. He's a pretty decent wrestler. Shelton Benjamin, he's been a decent wrestler for a very long time. Usos, they're getting much better. I used to think they were very annoying, but hey, there you are now, right? The match ends in a countout after Jey Uso gets chop blocked by Chad Gable. He doesn't quite make it. At about 8, he falls back and then sits up against the announce table and lets the time run out, 10 count. And the winners American Alpha, World's Greatest Tag Team 2.0, but still World Tag Team Champions, the Usos. And now for our main event, the challenger, AJ Styles versus the current WWE SmackDown Heavyweight Champion, the modern day Maharaja Jinder Mahal. AJ Styles versus Jinder Mahal for the SmackDown title. It's the main event. This match is pretty good, but I would like to point out that both men got the jobber entrance. They plugged the match just before the match, going to a commercial. And then they come back from a commercial with the match already in progress. This is weird to me. I don't remember the entrances ever being cut off for the main event. I've been watching wrestling since Boss Man beat Nails. Actually, the setup to that match, the build up to that match is when I started watching Nails versus Boss Man. So, from all the time that I've ever seen this, never seen a jobber entrance for both of the main events. Well, I guess it's not relevant. The match ended up going for like almost 20 minutes. I'm not quite sure. It didn't have a stopwatch on me when I was checking it, but fairly long match. I thought maybe they could have, shortened it down a little for an entrance, but, once again, this is WWE's product, not mine. So, fairly good match. They say that Ric Flair can have a 5-star match with just a broomstick. Well, I suggest that AJ Styles can not only have a 5-star match with a broomstick, but he would also have that broomstick go over and be ready for the main event for the pay-per-view. This is how good AJ Styles is. And then when the dust clears, the winner and new WWE SmackDown Champion, AJ Styles.